I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Walton. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Flushed out right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Walton. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 0. Daniel Carlson.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get him out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Anthony McFarland hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down now, it's Hunt, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Off play action. Walton. And that is is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. 7-7, our score after one.
7-7.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
13 yards on the play. And the Raider first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Vegas.
Vegas first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was...
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Finding Knox there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Walton. And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Check. 80 weapon. Check 26. Check the hungry.
going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll check this down to McFarland. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal. Wilson flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off. It takes it to the end zone.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, McFarland. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
45, 45. Mike, 45. 2 down. It goes. 45 for Mike. All day, baby, all day.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Now Wilson on 1st down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
45 for Mike, 45 for Mike. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Reed. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. To throw on 2nd down, Walton. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, here's Hunt. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Carlson able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Undercrush. Yo. Watch out.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, T. Get off the field. 45.
From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
52's a Mike. Watch our shot. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, Mike 52.
Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, Walton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Walton. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. A 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 2nd and 10, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll swing that out, complete to McFarland. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. McFarland running out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. All right, second down, right back to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.